Check to make sure there is nothing wrong with the door frame before entering a room. If there's new scratches or mold on the door frame, check it very carefully before entering the door. If the other side of the door is definitely not what normally should be there, get out of there as soon as possible. The being in the deep shadow has taken a liking to the concept of doors as a way to transfer other beings, and specifically people, to new areas in space. If you open a door without checking and are met with a long hallway with wet halls and dim lights, it will hypnotize you into thinking this is perfectly normal and that you need to walk inside. The door will close behind you. As you walk, other hallways will open up. Some lead to more hallways, some lead to demise, some lead to just a void in space, and some will lead to the HoloLands. With any amount of control you have in there, always attempt to enter the hallways that continue, ones that are normal. Be careful because this is a maze. Usually the first hallway you see that is normal will be your best shot at reaching the other side. Many hallways run back into each other despite the impossible dimensions. No matter how far you go, you won't make it back to where you came from, and you can't go back from the door you came from. There is no other side. If you attempt to open the door, it won't budge, and if you somehow are able to, there's nothing, literally nothing on the other side. The hallway pattern will never be the same no matter how many times you enter the in-between space. When you reach the beginning of the exit, only enter the red door. All other doors lead to either infinite halls where you cannot escape and there is no other doors, or it leads to monster chambers. Each time you open a monster chamber door, that monster will be released for everyone else who enters the in-between space. After you enter the red door, you will enter a castle. You must find and reach the king's throne. This can be hard to do since the rooms warp and change. When you arrive, the warping will cease for you and you alone, and the king will be waiting. He will pull out his sword and kill you. This is fine. This is to end the life you have attached to the previous world, and to send your conscious spirit to the other body attached to the new world. After you wake up on the floor, you essentially need to do the reverse. Find your way to the red door, don't open any other doors besides the one you came in. Find your way to the red door, don't open any other doors besides the one you came in from, and avoid monsters and any non-continuing halls. The moment you enter through the same door that you came in from, you will find yourself entering the room that you initially intended to go into, but you will forget why you needed to go into that room in the first place, and you will also forget the entire experience. This audio should also serve to remind you of the experience. The world you are in now is now a completely different one than the one you were before. It will be extremely identical to the one you were previously, but there's large differences and you won't be able to tell them. Everyone on the other side will recognize you just as they would in your normal old world. The same you from this world is now in your old world in your place. You can't reverse it, and you likely won't even notice anything. The truth is, you are probably 300 to 1600 parallel universes away from where you were just moments ago. But it will only feel like moments. In fact, it won't even feel anything at all. It will feel like you just opened the door and you suddenly forgot. That moment where you forgot, you entered the between space and lost all sense of yourself, and essentially lost your life and woke up in somebody else's body who entered that same spot at the exact same time, somewhere else. And now you are 300 to 1600 parallel universes away. Congratulations.